Child Psychology Lecture, Unit 2, Session 19. Myself, Vijayalakshmi B., Assistant Professor in Psychology, working at Srimati VHV Central Institute of Home Science, Bangalore. The learning objective is to understand the importance of genes and chromosomes. The session outcome will be knowledge of different types of abnormalities. In the previous session, we familiarized ourselves with some of the terms like chromosome, gene, DNA, etc. And we learnt about Down's syndrome. In this session, we will be learning about sex-linked chromosomal abnormalities. First one, Klinefelter syndrome. It is a genetic disorder in which males have an extra X chromosome, making them XXY instead of XY. Males with this disorder have well-developed testes and they usually have enlarged breast and become tall. This occurs once in every 900 live male births. Males with this syndrome are tall, body fat distribution resembling that of females, incomplete development of sex characteristics at puberty, sterility and impaired verbal intelligence. Hormone therapy in childhood to stimulate physical growth and at puberty to promote development of sex characteristic, special education to treat special ability problems. So, these are the symptoms and characteristics of Klinefelter syndrome. Next, we move on to Fragile X syndrome. This is a genetic disorder involving an abnormality in the X chromosome which becomes constricted and often breaks. Mental deficiency often of an outcome, but it may take several forms of mental retardation, a learning disability or a short attention span. A study revealed that boys with Fragile X syndrome were characterized by cognitive deficit in inhibition, memory and planning. This disorder occurs more frequently in males than in females, possibly because the second X chromosome in females negates the effect of other abnormal X chromosome. Now we'll move on to Turner's syndrome. Turner's syndrome, it is a chromosomal disorder in females in which either an X chromosome is missing, making the person XO instead of XX, or the second X chromosome is partially deleted. Females with Turner syndrome are short in stature and have a webbed neck. They might be infertile and have difficulty in mathematics, but their verbal ability is often quite good. This occurs in approximately 1 in every 2,500 to 8,000 live female births. We can see little improvement with the help of hormone therapy in childhood to stimulate physical growth and at puberty to promote development of sex characteristic and special education to treat special ability problems. Now we'll move on to XYY syndrome, a chromosomal disorder in which males have an extra Y chromosome. Early interest in this syndrome focused on the belief that the extra Y chromosome found in some males contributed to aggression and violence, but later researchers found that XYY males are no more likely to commit crimes than XY males. Now you learned about the sex-linked chromosomal abnormalities. Now we'll see gene-linked abnormalities. Phenylketonuria or PKU. Some abnormalities are produced by inheriting harmful gene by mutation of gene. A genetic disorder in which an individual cannot properly metabolize phenylalanine, an amino acid. It results from a recessive gene and occurs in every 10,000 to 20,000 live births. Today, phenylketonuria is detected easily. This is treated by a diet that prevents an excess accumulation of phenylalanine. If phenylketonuria is left untreated and excess phenylalanine builds up in the child, producing mental retardation and hyperactivity. Phenylketonuria accounts for approximately 1% of institutionalized individuals who are mentally retarded. Phenylketonuria is now easily detected, but if left untreated, results in mental retardation and hyperactivity. Now we learn about sickle cell anemia. This is a genetic disorder that affects the red blood cells and occurs most often in people of African descent. This occurs most often in African Americans. It is a genetic disorder that impairs the body's red blood cells. Red blood cells carry oxygen to the body's cells and are usually shaped like discs. Here, a recessive gene causes the red blood cells to become a hook-shaped sickle that cannot carry oxygen properly and dies quickly. As a result, the body's cells do not receive adequate oxygen, causing anemia and early death. About 1 in 400 African American babies is affected by sickle cell anemia. Now, in this session, you learned about sex-linked chromosomal abnormalities, that is Fragile X syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, Turner's syndrome, XYY syndrome, and the gene-linked abnormalities, that is sickle cell anemia and phenylketonuria. Now it's time for MCQ. First one, second, third, fourth, fifth, thank you all for watching this. In the next session, we'll be knowing about the activities that can be derived based on these sessions. Thank you once again. Thank you all.